I mean, I think right now, I think we just got to get this party started. We have SPRB right now going insane. SPRB is going insane. We're seeing a lot of hype. We're seeing a lot of action. Let's just dive on in. Let's just get after it. Let's just get ready for this hype. So team, that's what this stream is all about here. Let's get ready for some SPRB trading. Now SPRB, so far for myself, I'm actually slightly in the green. SPRB, I went on the long side, I made $500. I went on the short side, I recouped some of my losses. I was down $700. I recouped about $400 worth. I am slightly in the green right now. SPRB has now exploded from $20 up to $37. First things first, let's get everyone on the same page. Traders, if you guys go over towards FoxRunner, click the News Alerts tab. The News Alerts tab says Monday's watch list, everything you need to know. Everything you need to know for Monday. As of 8:50 a.m., SPRB. This is the play that you guys want to be looking at. SPRB is the clear winner going into the morning bell. This stock is currently sitting with a 130% gain on the day, has less than 1 million in float, and has strong credible news backing up its gains, saying that they have a breakthrough in their replacement therapy. We also have, of course, AMD, but you can see right here, SPRB. SPRB, one of the best plays are set up for us. We have it. We've talked about it since this morning. It does have breakthrough press release. Everything is right in front of us here. And now SPRB has just been insane. The stock is now up 262%. Now, it really comes on down to how do we want to trade this? How do we want to trade this play? Because SPRB being up 272%, it's a scary short. But it's also a very scary long. It's scary on both sides. And I'm not sitting here and saying, guys, it's going to be easy. It's scary on both sides. Why is it scary on the short side? Well, traders, if I keep shorting this play, and let's say I do 1,000 shares, I could get roasted. I could get absolutely roasted if I short this play. And let's say it goes to 34 to 38 to 40. I could be done. Dunzo. Now, what if, again, we say it on the positive side? Well, Dek, the stock's up 300%. The stock has spiked $26. SPRC has all the room in the world to be able to fall and fade and drop, right? So there is a pro, but there's also a very big con. Well, Dek, same exact thing with buying. Now, if you buy SPRB, what's the issue? Well, you are buying a stock that has already spiked nearly $25. You are so late to the party, hoping that there's still some appetizers laying around. It's like, oh, I thought there was going to be food and drinks here. Well, again, the party started 2 hours ago. Everyone ate. Everyone had food. Everyone had drinks. Everyone had a good time. There's a couple leftover pizza crumbs that you can eat if you want to. That's basically how we feel going on the long side right now. Well, Dek, what about the long side on the positive side? The positive side on the long side is it's killing it. It's crushing it. You know what? There's more food than we expected. There's more drinks than we expected. This has been an absolutely awesome play. So SPRB right here, stock has gone from 10 to 20 to 30 to now 35, 36, and it has yet to slow on down. So really, when we take a look at this, we already know it did have a good, solid press release. It does have only 500,000 in float. It's an extremely low float stock. And SPRB, guys, pro, it has tons of momentum towards the upside. Pro, it has not shown any signs of slowing down. Con, you are buying this play super late. Right? That's what it is on both sides. Shorting, you have so much room on the downside, so much room to collapse, so much room to fall apart. Con, if this stock again breaks out towards new highs, you could get squeezed again and again and again. So the thing is, if you want to keep on, this is the secret to this play, okay? The secret to this play is going to be, no matter what side you do, just have a level where you're saying, all right, I'm going to get out here. For instance, if I'm going to short over on SPRB right here, SPRB, and you say, Dek, go ahead and look for a short at 38.50. Wait for a new high of the day, watch a 38.50, have a stop loss if it hits 40. You know, give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, but then also, again, allow yourself to be able to get that big time money on the short side, but you also have a nice stop loss. Hey, Dek, I'm going to look to get filled on this play at the price of 35. Okay, but then you have a hard stop loss at 32. Allow the play to keep running on up. Allow the play to keep on spiking. But if it does turn and drop on you, then say to yourself, you know what? It's fine. Like, I'm going to get out of this area. So I think that is extremely important for you as a trader, that you have like, all right, I will give it a shorting chance, but I'm giving it $1.50. And if I'm wrong, I refuse to hold. If I'm wrong, I refuse to hold. If I'm wrong, let me get out. That's the way you need to be. No ego on this trade. Hey, Dek, I just bought this play and I'm looking for it to run up to 40. Okay, well, it just came down to 33, 32. Don't hold it. Don't be a person that says, well, maybe it'll come back up. Then it's at 29, 28, and you're getting crushed. Do not be that person, okay? All ego out the door today. This is your money. This is your real money. Do not be a person that says, well, maybe it'll come back up after it's already spiked 300%. Don't be a person that says, well, it has to come back on down if you're shorting a play and getting roasted on it. You have to still just go into the stock with an understanding of what's actually happening here. So SPRB, obviously, insane play. We actually found this. I was live on StockTwits. I don't know if you guys are with me. I, again, saw this play come out at $10. When it was sitting at $10, we started talking about this one. And it really was just a matter of the fact that where we saw it at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, SPRB came out with its news. It was right here. 8 o'clock and 32 seconds. SPRB comes out, receives USFD breakthrough. When you're looking at the news scanner, you see these the moment they come on out. And the moment they come on out, people get excited. And they say, wow. So again, it's right here. That's how we found it so quickly. That's how we've been talking about it. We also, of course, see Fox Runner talking about SPRB, saying, okay, everyone watch this play. We also had the news alert over on SPRB at 8:01, saying SPRC receives US FDA breakthrough. So it's like, you know, we've been aware of this play since 8 o'clock in this morning. 8 o'clock this morning, guys, stock was sitting at around the price of $9, $10, $11. It's kind of crazy how much, you know, what you guys can truly see here. But what do you guys think about SPRB today? Is there more room on the upside, or is there more room on the downside? Stock that has gone from $10 to $35. I mean, yes, my instincts, who I am, wants me to short. But traders, take a look at my P&L so far today. I've won $500 when I bet with the stock. I lost $300 when I went against the stock. Right now, again, if you had to be honest, and again, just be honest. Who has control right now? Buyers have control. Buyers still have control of this play. They do. Even me who likes to short, buyers still have control of this play. Shorters can definitely have their time in the future, but buyers are still 100% in control at this moment. Now, the thing that, again, me as a shorter is always looking for is like, when is that transition going to happen? When are we going to see shorts move in? Are we going to see that $38, $39, $40 pop? Or do I jump in now looking for that reversal? You know? So right now at this moment here, traders, if you want to get filled over on SPRB, it's still holding up its gains. This is what I would do if I were you. If I were you, I would say, all right, SPRB, Dek, I want to get filled on a dip buy. Let's look for dip buys back on down to like $29. I think dip buys would be back on down towards this area, and I think shorts would be at new highs. This is how I'm doing it in my mind. In my mind, I'm trying to avoid anywhere at $32, $33. I think good dip buy opportunities are going to be back in the 29s. I think good shorts is going to be up in the high 30s. So, and I'm trying to avoid just kind of getting tempted to jump in on either side at 33, 34. Team, you guys know I enjoy buying, I enjoy shorting. But I definitely enjoy shorting a little bit more just because most stocks tend to fall after having 300% spikes. But I try to throw my bias opinion out the window. My bias opinion is not saying, okay, everyone go short this right now. I will short it if we hit new highs up near 39, but I will also dip buy it if it comes back down to 29. I'm just doing my best to try to avoid FOMO, try to avoid emotion, try to avoid greed as we're sitting in this consolidation area. That's like, I think the most important thing for myself at this moment, right? So we are trying to stay as smart as we possibly can, doing things correctly, doing things right. SPRB, we do open up here in about 20 minutes. And again, that's going to be where a lot of traders are going to be looking. So I just want to be ready on this place in case we do ever start fading. I'm thinking about just, maybe setting up 100 share increments, maybe all in the low 29s, right? Maybe like a 29.40. That could be, again, a start. Then a 29.20. That could be a start. Then again, a 29.10. That could be a start. Then again, a 29.06. That could be a start. Then maybe a 29.31, right? So I'm just kind of doing low 29s, even again, maybe 28.90. Then again, 28.70, right? So I'm kind of looking to see if we ever get that $5 drop. If we ever get that $5 pullback, we ever get that $5 weakness, I would look for that dip, buy, and bounce. Right now, we can see SPRC slowly fading. SPRC slowly dropping right now. And are we going to get that next leg? Now, Dek, some people are going to say, well, hey, can I go ahead and short this down to 29? Absolutely, if you believe that momentum is going to carry it on down. If you believe that momentum is going to keep on dropping it lower and lower and lower here. So SPRB kind of getting its first little turn and fade right here. I would like to see, again, that fade and drop back on down towards around the 29s. And then, of course, we could get dip buys in the high 28s to the 29s. Kind of my idea of what I would like at this time. And a little bit of a dip here, SPRB. Now, most buying volume, most action is going to come through in 19 minutes at 9:30. Now, guys, at 9:30, who here thinks the stock market's going to get halted or SPRB is going to get halted? I mean, I could imagine us shooting all the way up to $40 and all of a sudden the markets get halted, right? Pretty crazy. Now, for anyone who does not know, I was not here over on Thursday and Friday, and I do just want to take 1 second. I don't want to cover up the scanners here, but this was absolutely amazing. Shout out, if I might, to every single person who came on out to the rooftop party. Now, I don't know if you guys were there or not, but it blew out our expectations. Again, I invited everyone. I said, come on out here. We're going to have free food. We're going to have free drinks, and we're setting up a 100% free networking event. And guys, it was right here, right in front of the Empire State Building, and we had an absolute blast. The rooftop was full. We had tons of traders come on out, come on through. All these people showed on up. It was so amazing to be able to meet you guys, and I hope you guys had fun as well. So again, it was a fantastic Thursday morning or Thursday evening of just being in New York City, hanging on out, having a blast, meeting every single one of you, renting out this rooftop. Shout out to Cobra for sponsoring the event, and for everyone, of course, that made it so fantastic. So I definitely want to be able to do another one coming on up here in the near future, and I hope you guys can be able to make that one. But we had over 200 traders come on Thursday, so that was really cool, and it definitely made my entire night, and just showing the amount of support that you guys have, thank you so much. It was incredible. So right now, SPRB did not come on down towards that $29 mark, but we are starting to squeeze and starting to move ourselves back on up here. Let's see if this one is going to get that pop. Now, there are some other things that we need to be aware of today. Now, one of those other things that we need to be aware of is right here. As for blue chips, the majority of traders are focused over on AMD. Traders, AMD. What happened over on AMD? AMD came on out that says OpenAI, Sam Altman's company, right? ChatGPT, the AI company. They are going to be looking, and not confirmed yet, but to purchase 10% of AMD. Whoa. Whoa. Guys, what did we see? AMD right here went absolutely nuclear. AMD went from 160 to 180 to 200 to he may go all the way to 226. AMD started absolutely exploding. Traders, advanced micro devices, and I know a lot of traders said advanced money destroyer. I think nowadays it needs a new name, doesn't it? Right? It is no longer advanced money destroyer. It is now advanced money. What's a positive word that starts with D? Decorator, determiner, declassifier, dependence, duplicator. I like it. Advanced money duplicator. The advanced money duplicator is now here. So now AMD. Reese, I like it. That's a good one. We can change the name over on AMD. Get people excited now. So right here, traders, I am very, very pumped to see AMD doing so well. And I also am excited about AMD doing so well just because I know so many people were in on this play. You know what's so nice or what's so crazy, guys? Like, the stock market is not me versus you. Like if you and I both buy SPRB, we're on the same team, right? If you short it and I buy it, then yes, I want it to do something and you want it to do something, but it's not like we have control. It's not like I have to do something and you, like, there's never head to head in a way. It's great when I see so many people involved in AMD, and AMD comes out with this type of news, and AMD just skyrockets all the way on up. So we saw right here, as for blue chips this morning, the majority of traders are watching AMD after announcing a potential 10% stake in the company. Pretty nuts, pretty crazy. But AMD was absolutely awesome this morning. SPRB was absolutely awesome this morning. We had a few other plays here and there. If you guys haven't checked out the Fox Runner news alerts, make sure you guys go check them all out. They're all here for you guys to be able to learn and watch and be able to know exactly what to be on top of going into today. So we did get a lot of, good press releases and stocks that, of course, I want you guys to be aware of. CRML actually also might get a 10% stake from the Trump administration. So CRML, this was a stock that was getting a little bit of hype earlier this morning, where CRML looks like it's starting to fade back on down here a little bit more, but not, anything too crazy. CRML, quick little spike on up, now coming back on down, maybe a little bit of a bounce play at $10. So really, when you take a look at the top gainers here today, guys, just a little heads up for every single person. Let's just make sure you guys are all fully aware going into this morning. Now, I am still watching SPRB on the level 2 in case that ever dropped on down to the 29s. But what we have here is number one, by far, SPRB. We already talked about it. We already know about it. It does have the good drug results. It's under 1 million in float. We saw this at 8 o'clock. We've been talking about it for the last hour and a half straight now. Next on up in line, we have SOPA. SOPA team did not have any sort of news until 8 o'clock in the morning. At 8 o'clock in the morning, they did come out and state that we had a good earnings report. So SOPA was spiking all a Friday after hours, then started spiking at 4 in the morning, then started spiking, ripping, and running up to 6 in the morning, then at 7 in the morning, and I believe actually it was at 7:30 it came out with the news. It says, oh, we have a good earnings report. So it's kind of unfair. It's kind of like some insider buying, some sketchy stuff going on that play. It's, again, a $5 million in float stock. It does have a beautiful uptrend still, and as long as this uptrend holds, you are still good to go. So, Dek, I want to buy SOPA. You want to know a very secret, easy way to buy SOPA? Go over right here. This line is now your dip buy line. Let me try to turn it into a little bit of a darker color. So enter at this green color. Okay, awesome. Have a stop loss though, right? Have a stop loss if you crack underneath that. So basically, what I like to do when I see uptrends or downtrends is say the uptrend, the green line, is where it should bounce at. If we go down to the red line, that's your stop loss. So SOPA, definitely one that you would want to continue to keep your eyes peeled on. This stock over on SOPA did have a press release. Again, talks about strong second quarter growth of 46% year over year. And now again, SOPA is definitely a play that we want to continue to keep our eyes peeled on. See if this one is going to spike, rip, and run and start getting any sort of more hype. Now, guys, CRML, that one's already coming on down. But notice what we have here. We have tons. AMDL. We have AMDU. We have AMDG. These are all AMD ETFs. Dek, what does that mean? AMD ETFs. These are going to be 2x AMD or 4x AMD or inverse AMD. So basically, there are a ton of ETFs, which is going to be replicating AMD. They all look the same, right? If you take a look at AMDG, that looks exactly the same as AMDL, which looks exactly the same or kind of close to AMDU. And then we also have AMDUU. These are all just different ways on different prices on essentially how to be able to trade AMD. Okay? So I do want you guys to be aware there are multiple options on how to trade AMD. Now, the big thing about AMD here is I believe we're coming up towards all-time highs. If we go back over towards a weekly chart, the all-time high is, I believe, 230-ish. Right, traders? If you guys take a look right here, this 230-ish area, this is going to be very tough to break above. This is going to be very tough to be able to get through. So we might see a nice pullback right at the bell over on AMD. There's a chance that AMD just crashes right at the bell here. And the reason why it crashes is just because AMD, we're going to have a lot of selling as we're sitting right next to record highs. So make sure you guys are on top of that. So I do see SPRB starting to get some hype. We have SPRB high watch, SOPA earnings report, CRML a 10% Trump administration, AMDL, AMUU, AMDG, AMDU, all AMD-like stocks. And those are, again, the main place, right? Those are the main place. Other than that, I would say keep your eyes peeled over on BTTC for a potential dip buy today. BTTC, this stock, if you guys do not know, Went all the way from $5 to $40, $40 back down towards $8, and now some traders looking for a dip buy on it. And why are they looking on a dip buy? Because BTTC has had a $40 drop or $30 drop, and now people are saying, oh, hey, this could be a great dip buy opportunity. Team, little heads on up. Let's go back over to SPRB. SPRB right now, traders. People are getting themselves excited about this play. We just spiked on up towards 38.50 there. Now, we just did hit a new high. My orders for dip buys did not ever get filled in the 29s. So that's a little bit too high on up here now. Now, I do think the best area for, again, success is to be able to short somewhere in the 37s, 38s over on SPRB. SPRB, this stock, again, still trying to spike its way on up. 37s, 38s is probably the best area to be able to get filled and be able to make some sort of money. Maybe we get a 37, right? It's got to be careful, right? A little 37.40. Go ahead with 100 shares on the short side. I'm going to see if that can get possibly filled. Maybe, again, a 37.49. I want to see if I can get, a couple little entries here, because that definitely could be a top. That 38.92, that could definitely be right around the top. Now, the scary thing is the market hasn't even opened yet. And when the market opens on up, that's when this thing is going to be really chaotic, really crazy, really wild. Right? When the market opens on up here, traders, we could see a blast of $5 right away. We could possibly see a collapse of $5 right away. Dek, how do you avoid getting caught up in a short squeeze? How to avoid early shorting to avoid a squeeze? Well, the thing is, the majority of plays are not going to do this. The majority of plays are not going to go on these ginormous rips and runs. But there's really only one way to avoid getting squeezed out on shorts. Does anyone know what it is? Let's have a stop loss. Be willing to get out. If you're in the wrong, move on. So again, right now here, team, I'm getting filled. I'm going SPRB, 200 shares, 37.44. And I'm in right now with 200 shares. And I just got filled on this play. Let's see if this can reverse on down now and start dropping. So I just got filled on a little bit of a pop right there. I kind of got filled perfectly over on SPRB. SPRB just got popped on up towards around 38. Just dropped on down. 200 shares got filled. 37.44. Let's see if this thing can crack back underneath 35. Now, I'm more than happy with just keeping 200 shares right now. This is a $7,000 investment, and let's see how much money the $7,000 investment can make me. Right now, guys, we are getting a big reversal right now. Currently up almost $500. $500 right now. Let's see if we can keep on dropping here. So I got a nice entry right now. 37.44 with 200 shares at this time. See if this one can keep on fading, keep on falling, keep on dropping. And I mean, the thing is, team, we are up so high at this moment. Like, part of me, there's two things speaking in my mind right now. Hey, Dek, you're up $500. You just made back your loss. You are now up over $700 on the day. I could take my profits right now and be happy with them, and there's nothing wrong with that in any sort of way. Or I say, hey, Dek, the stock's up 300%. You just caught it at the very top, right next to 37.50, and now there is a lot of room to go back on down to 32, 31. Is it being greedy? Let me ask you guys, again, honest question. Am I being greedy if I'm holding, let's say at 37, it's at 35, I got a $2 drop, and it has $30 it could possibly drop today? Am I being greedy if I'm holding it for $2 and I'm up in profit, but maybe I'm looking for 5 or 6 or 10? When the stock is up 300%. I mean, I guess that's all subjective, because I can get out right now and lock in $500, and there's nothing worse than me, again, missing out on $500 and maybe me going into the red. So you got to find balance, but you also have to allow the stock to be able to fade or fall or drop or whatever it may do. So right now it's trying to hold up $35. We're going to see if the bids are going to keep cracking this. Right now I'm up $377, and I would like to give it a little bit more time, guys. I really would, just because, again, the stock does have so much opportunity to fall. I got in at the top red line. Obviously, best chance would be going back down to $30 or something like that. So let's see how much we can truly make out of this play here. Now we're up $700. $700 profit, guys. Stock's starting to reverse here. $600 at this moment. Nice little, again, top catch at 34. Now 33. Now we're up $735, coming up to $800. $33 crack. $33 crack, guys, could be good. $730. Looking for that little bit of a dump right here. Let's see if we get 33 cracking. Anyone else shorting this with me? $33. 33. We're up 800 right now. See if we crack 33s. We're up 800. Let's see if we can crack. Keep going lower here. 33.07, 33.36. Oh, guys, we're close. If you guys are shorting this with me, again, it's only a $7,000 investment I put in. Wasn't like it's insane money right here. Little bit of a bounce back on up here. A lot of room to keep on dropping down to 32s, 31s. I think I want to take my profits, though, before the start of the day. I'm a little bit nervous. We might pop back on up. What do you guys think? You guys think we pop back up to like 35, 36, or should I just take $700 in gains here? I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it, guys. I'm going to put myself up $800 on the day. So I completely eliminated my loss. I completely eliminated my loss over on SPRB. Now I'm up $500 on the long side, and I'm up $300 on the short side. I was down $340. I just made $700, so I eliminated the $340 plus keeping $300 in profit. So, great day. Great day right there, guys. I'm up $800, and technically I could be done on the day if I want to now. That's all I need to do sometimes. Now, who's here would be happy with $800 a day? I mean, if we go ahead at the calculator, Dek, we make a total of $812 today. Let's play this game, guys. Let's say we average that. There's 5 days in a week. This is what we average. Some days are losses, some days are wins, but we average $812. What I just did today, that's $4,060 a week. How many weeks are in a month? Times that by 4. That's $16,000 a month. Now let's times that by 12 months in a year. That's $194,000. So what I just did today, what I've done this entire morning, what I've done here today, guys, is a $194,000 a year salary. Right? Kind of crazy to think about it in that manner. Kind of nuts to be able to say, wow, you know what? You can, and this is obviously if I walk away right now, am I tempted to still continuously trade? Yes. Hey, False Pip saying, Dek, $800 is good. I don't care who you are. Hey, $800 is always nice. Absolutely. But you know what? There's always going to be a couple people that say, $800, what are you, a fucking peasant? Can you get back out there? Can you get back in the batter box? So, hey, I get it. Don't worry. I understand. But, $800 is always an amazing day, and I'm happy. I still think StockTwits is down. Little heads on up. I haven't gotten anything to load on StockTwits all morning. Even this, it just won't load. I can't post anything. So if you guys usually follow me on StockTwits, I can't post anything. I can't get myself involved in anything. I haven't been able to post, I don't think, any alerts at all over on StockTwits this morning. Little heads up for you guys. Right now, let's see what SPRB does. SPRB is opening up at 9:27. Let's just go through Fox Runner one more time here. No news. Let's go. Let's make sure that we're aware of everything. Guys, let's all take a look at the best press releases today so far. SPRB, we already know that's on top of the board. Best press releases out there for all traders. Does have our keywords: receives, breakthrough, talks about replacement therapy, demonstrating. All great keywords right there. SOPA talks about having, again, reports strong second quarter 2025 results. Awesome. We had ONMD selects Palantir to be a partner. But again, this is stupid. This is ONMD selecting Palantir, a $1 stock. This is not Palantir selecting ONMD. Do you guys get it? So again, if Palantir selected ONMD, this stock would go on a crazy rip and run. But since ONMD selected Palantir, no one cares, right? As I said, the example before would be like if you're a nobody, a singer, and you have no following, no nothing, and you say, I select Justin Bieber to be my mentor. It's like Justin Bieber doesn't even know who you are. You can select him all you want. It doesn't mean he's going to help you. But if Justin Bieber goes, I'm going to select you. I really like your voice. I think you could be a star. That's way different, right? So ONMD got a little bit of hype because it does have Palantir in its press release, but at the same time wasn't really doing anything insane. So nothing there too much. LPTX, a little bit of a pop, 49% gain. LPTX talking about private placement. These private placement press releases have been really good. So LPTX private placement press release getting a little bit of hype. Let's see out of our top gainers on the day. Top gainers on the day. SPRB, already know of it. SOPA, already know about it. ARPK, we'll look at that. That's only a 68-cent stock, not really my favorite. And LPTX, which again is also trying to grind up a little bit. So let's see LPTX real quick. Oh, look at so LPTX had the big spike and a massive dump. It's not really worth our time anymore, guys. This was a 1-minute spike. A 1-minute spike gave it all back. Nah, cross that off your list. That's not really worth it. If you're everyone over on AMD, make sure that you guys are smart and being aware of that. And then on top of that, let's get back over to the fun over on SPRB. SPRB, guys, let's get back over to the fun. Let's get back over to the action. Market's about to open up here right now, and let's get ready to go. Market is now live. I'm going to take the bet that we are going to be halted in one direction or another within the next 5 minutes over on SPRB. Do you guys think so? I think so. SPRB, no open orders. Always double check that. Make sure you guys got no open orders. And I'm happy. Guys, I'm happy I took my short. I'm happy I, again, took my profits. Stock is back up above where I entered. So I'm happy I took my profits right here. We do have SPRB right now. Dek, I want to go on the long side. If you want to go on the long side, just make sure it holds 35. Or look for dip buys at like 35 or 34.90 or something like that. You know what I mean? So right now, SPRB is getting ready for that possibility of an explosion. We can all see, though, traders, what we need. You can all see right here. Top resistance, fade. Top resistance, fade. Top resistance. Let's see if it can get back above 35. If this play cannot get back above 35, it's donezo. And SPRB is getting halted on the downside right now. I told you within the first 5 minutes, this stock was going to get halted. Right? Within the first 5 minutes, SPRB was going to get halted. So, we'll see what more we can have here. So this one is starting to drop. We got 4 minutes here, traders. 4 minutes. And we'll see what we get. Traders, it was really cool. I also was part of the morning bell over on Monday. I have a ton of pictures over here. I'll end up posting a lot of them. But I got invited to come out to the New York Stock Exchange over on Monday. And this is the I was with the CEO of Cobra Trading and some of them, and Justin from TradePath, and you know we had a lot of good a great time being out here and being part of this morning bell experience. But one of the coolest things I thought was out here was this was very crazy and very hectic and very wild, and it was an absolutely awesome time. But at the same time, I talked to a lot of the people that you probably see on like CNBC, and I kind of scroll on down, and I was a lot of times you go to CNBC and you see a lot of them like, you know, looking at like the stocks, and they look concerned and looked worried. And I wanted to talk to these guys because they were market makers. And you might have even seen some of these guys before. I've seen this guy before. He's been on the cover of CNBC. This man, let me see if I can grab him. This guy, he's been a lot of times on the cover of CNBC. I know, again, Einstein of Wall Street, he's been on the cover of CNBC a whole bunch. So I've seen a lot of these guys, and I wanted to sit down and talk to them a little bit. So I asked them a few questions. One of the questions I asked them was, I said, do you guys see stop losses, and do you actively try to take stop losses out? Because I know, again, that's the thing that people have said to me in the past. They say, hey, market makers can see stop losses, and they will manipulate the stock to go down, get you out of the play, and then shoot back on up. And I asked him that question. And you know what he said? He said, yes. He said, yes, we used to do that, but we are no longer allowed to with current regulations. So they would take out a stop loss to add more volatility to the play, have more orders going through. But they say with current regulations, they are not allowed, or they don't have the capability to do that anymore. But they said they used to 100% hunt down stop losses. But they don't do it anymore. Now, again, another very cool thing is I asked them this. I said, hey, guys, you know, and these are the market makers, the people who control these algorithms and such. And I said, why is it that every single time that you buy a stock, it seems like it falls? And why is it every single time you sell a stock, it seems like it goes on up? And he started giggling a little bit. And he said, what most people don't realize is that when you click buy, there is some sort of brokerage or something right in front of your buy order. And those people, that firm buys those shares and sells them to you. So he said, no matter what, because I asked him, I said, is it just because all day traders stink and every time you buy a play, it goes in the opposite direction? He goes, no. He goes, it's funny that you say that because people always wonder that. And he said, there is actually someone that's buying right in front of you when you click your order, and they, again, sell the shares to you. And it's like an algorithm set. So they said it takes at least 3 to 4 minutes for the stock to go back up or to equalize to where you actually wanted to buy it. So he said, yes, as a day trader, as someone who, or not even a day trader, when you get involved in every single play, the next order or the order in front of you will always go opposite of whatever you do. And that's how a lot of these firms out there are always going to be making some of their money. So again, that's pretty interesting. So right now, no, They don't do any stop. They can't take out your stop losses. And number two, yes, when you buy a stock, the stock from the New York Stock Exchange, from firms, from algorithms will always go slightly opposite of what you do so that these firms can make money off against selling shares to you. So please understand that. And that's, I thought was a very interesting concept, right? So I was sitting on down and I was talking to a lot of these guys and, asking them these questions because, these are things that I truly wanted to know. So this is when I was having those conversations. Oh. So I was asking a lot of these different guys, and you might have seen him before. He's a market maker. He just sits there all day and just, does what he needs to do with these stocks in these different plays. But very good time, very fun time, very cool time. Right, may have seen him before over on CNBC homepage and such, but it was a blast. So it was very cool, very awesome. Traders, let's get back over to SPRB. SPRB is live. SPRB, we are here. So let's get ready to rock. Now again, we got SPRB still trying to spike itself on up. SPRB trying to get a little bit of hype. SPRB shooting on up towards around the $38 mark. Right now, we are currently up $812 on the day. So we are sitting good, $812. But there's a chance that we are about to spike on up. It all comes on down to this red line. It all comes on down. Guys, we're breaking on out, getting halted towards the upside now. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. This thing is a little bit crazy. We opened on up, had the drop, got halted on the drop side. Now, again, we're starting to spike and squeeze our way all the way back on up towards around $40. And now we got another 5-minute hold here. So SPRB. Now, traders, I want to also tell you guys something that I thought was extremely interesting being at the New York Stock Exchange. Being at the New York Stock Exchange, something I thought was extremely interesting was, yes, you walk in at 9 o'clock or at, let's say, 8:45, people are moving around quickly. People are going and placing orders. It's get out of my way. I got to get a few things. Then at 9:30, the market opens. People get their trades in. By 9:45, the New York Stock Exchange is essentially empty. Again, I was having conversations with those people at around 9:45 in the morning, and they said, yeah, we're done on the day. I said, what do you guys do the rest of the day? They say, well, I'm about to go to the gym. And the other guy goes, oh, I'm actually going fishing. And I say, it's 9:45 in the morning. And he goes, yeah. He goes, all the action is right at the open and right at the end of the day. He goes, we come in every morning at around 8 o'clock. We place all of our orders from 8 o'clock to around 9:30. The market opens. We see how the market opens. Then again, we have off for 5 hours, and then we come back at 3 o'clock for the closing bell. So I said, you guys don't do anything from 9:45 till 3 o'clock? They go, no. None of them. They all just sit around. I was walking past different things. There was a couple of people there. They were doing fantasy football lineups. They were playing Candy Crush. They said, why would we trade? There's no action. They said that the action is in the morning and the afternoon. And I said, that's so funny because a lot of times I trade just pre-market. Pre-market, I trade, and a lot of times I'm done by 9:45. And they go, yeah, that's where all the action is. But I know as a retail trader, as people that are on social media, they think stock trading is, oh, you have to trade throughout the entire day. The more you trade, the more money you make. If you trade all day, you make more cash, you make more money. No. Even again, the Wall Street traders, they're trading from 8 in the morning till 9:30. Market opens, maybe get a few different trades, and then they're done, and they come back at 3:30. They come back at 3 o'clock. They say, why would we trade after 10 o'clock? It's dead. And I said, exactly. But I know so many people that are watching now, they say, well, Dek, I like trading at 11 or 12 or 1 or 2. And the thing is, you definitely can. But, there's a reason why I step out at usually 10:30, 11. I say I'm done, right? I'm good. Same exact thing with these traders on Wall Street. They're done right now. They're all bringing out their Candy Crush iPads. So I thought that was extremely interesting as well. So right now here, team. So right here, let's get back over to SPRB though. SPRB, stock at this time, trying to build, trying to squeeze, and trying to get this rip. What do you guys think is going to be opening up in the next 2 minutes? in the next 2 minutes, I would love to push myself up over $1,000 today. So right now, what is our total at this moment? We are sitting with $812.85. Okay, not bad. Great day so far. Now, I don't want to take any unnecessary loss, but at the same time, we have to be careful on this play. SPRB, this play is still where? Are we at a new high? We are opening up right next to our high. If SPRB does not break through $40, look for a short right away. So I have seen this many, many times, okay? If you open up at resistance, resistance usually holds up as a wall. So if we open up at, let's say, $40, and that's right next to our old spiking high in pre-market, the stock could easily fade and fall and start crashing right back on down. Now, if we gap up above $40, we gap up to 40, we run up to 40, 50, yada, 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 the stock could easily squeeze and continue to rip and run. So it all depends on where this stock opens up at. If it opens up $40 or less, I do think there's a great chance that this stock is going to maybe get a small pop and just collapse right back on down. If we do gap up, we're gapping up above old spiking high, current spiking high, and that's going to lead towards more room to run. It's a very risky open right here. Very risky on both sides. People are going to buy this saying, Dek, I want to buy at 39. I think this is going up to 46. And other people are saying, Dek, if this does not open above 40, I'm going to short it right back on down. I'm sitting on my hands right now. If anything, I'm doing 100 share increments. 100 share increments. I don't want to go any bigger than 100 share increments. This stock is moving dollars. Every dollar that moves would be $100. 200 share increments. Every dollar is $200. So again, SPRB, this one's opening up in 10 seconds. It looks like it's gapping up. We do have ask up to 42 or so. So it looks like buyers are going to stay in control at this moment as the stock runs and pops on up. Next area for shorts would be in the 47, 48s. And guys, we got another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes here. Another 5 minutes getting halted. Woo! Yay! Right now here, team SPRB. Dek, why are some stocks halted at 5 minutes and some are 10 minutes? That's just, again, they have too many orders they're trying to make happen. So, like, for instance, let me show you how this works, okay? What we have here is, let's imagine, okay? Let's imagine anything in blue right here is going to be buyers, okay? Let's imagine anything over in red is going to be sellers. Now, we just said SPRB. Now, the way a level 2 works is the level 2 right here is going to be people saying, hey, I have 100 shares that I want to buy. This guy over here says, I have 100 shares I want to sell. And again, a lot of times what happens is the guy goes, okay, I really want to get in. I'll come up to your price. Or maybe this person says, I want to get out and I'll come on down to this price. And it's very easy and it has an even flow. But what happens, let's say, if all of a sudden there are going to be 500 people who all buy at the same exact time. And let's say there are only currently 98 people that are currently selling shares, right? And this is just an easy way to think about it. If all of these people send buy orders at the same exact time, guess what's going to happen? We are going to absolutely eliminate the 97 or 98 people. It's going to go 97, 98. It's just going to like drop on down like a video game. 90, 80. It's going to all the way on down till there's nothing. Now, guess what? There are no more orders left to sell. So guess what's happening now? Now this gets halted, right? Because there are still 402 orders that are kind of just floating out in the middle of the air, in the middle of the internet. There's 402 orders that have to go somewhere. They click market order. So now guess what's happening? Now the market makers are sitting at the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ or wherever, and now they have to push the price on up to be able to match sellers that are up high. People that have limit orders saying, hey, I'll sell 42, 43, 44, and getting rid of these final 400 orders. So now we're back on that even flow. And you know what? If there's a lot of orders, if there's a lot to kind of untangle, it sometimes takes longer than 5 minutes. If there's a lot to untangle, sometimes it's like, all right, hey, this might last a little bit longer. Don Vito saying, Dek, I'm up $11,000 on AMD this morning. Woo! So AMD, that stock opened on up. And again, that one opened on up right next to the old high, the record high. And that's why it's dumping. So just a little heads on up here, traders. AMD, if you guys go back on over towards a weekly time frame, old record high right next to 230. We open on up, pullback. A lot of people right now are saying, Dek, why is AMD falling? Dek, why is AMD dropping? Decky, why is AMD dropping? You said it was a good press release. Guys, the stock went from 163 to 230. It's up over 30%. It's a blue chip company. That's insane. That's unheard of. It's falling right now because number one, it's testing its old resistance. And number two, it's also profit taking. People taking hundreds of thousands of dollars right now. So again, it's both sides. Right now here, team, SPRB. Let's see where this one opens. As I said, anything above $40 can allow the momentum to continue to keep on going. Under $40, the stock could easily keep on dropping and fading and getting ugly. So for me, I would do 100 share increments at this time. If I'm getting filled, it's going to be a little bit crazy. As you guys know, it's a crazy hot play. Again, we'll see how strong momentum could be able to continue to push. If it keeps going on up, I'll probably look for shorts up near around like 46, 47. I might even just do some limit orders. Maybe again like a 47.10 short, 100 shares. We'll see where this opens if it can, gap up. 47.10, 100 shares, put that up high. Just keep going up even higher. 48.40, 100 shares. 48.99, 100 shares. 49.40, 100 shares. So I would do like 400 shares, especially if it starts going 47, 48, 49. Guys, we are live. We are live right now. We are live. I'm not filled just yet. But again, I could get filled here pretty soon. So we are live. I am not in until we start seeing 47, 48, 49. Just a little heads on up for you guys, okay? So again, my P&L still 0-0 at this time. Still watching. Got up to $45 as the high of the day. It looks like that's going to break. It looks like we are going to go above $45, guys. I do think we will get above $45. I do think we're going to squeeze on up to 47, 48. And that's where I would look for my next short area. And again, I'm looking to short a play that's up 390% after a $34 rip. If we start breaking 50, I'm going to get out. Traders, just got filled 100 shares on the short side. 100 shares on the short side right now. I'm in at 47.10. Little heads up for you guys. 47.10, I'm currently in on this play. 100 share profit, 106, now back in the red slightly. So you could see, I'm only going to be doing orders 47, 48, 49. Like I'm spacing them out like $5 increments on a stock that's up 500%, seeing if we're going to get filled before a nice dump, maybe back down to $40 or so. So live entry right above me. You guys could see it all. And now again, what I'm looking for is if I could get like another $300, $400 and push myself up $1,100, $1,200 on the day, I think that would be amazing. Next hold area is down to $39, guys. $39 is the next hold area. So we do have $6 we could collapse, especially if momentum starts getting weak. If momentum gets weak, we could fall all the way on down towards these bottom marks. Right now, we're up $100, $230, $230, $300, $300 right now. Let's see if we are going to keep on falling. We're at $400, $700. Ah! $700. You fucking $700 in profit right now. $700 in profit at this moment. And that's off of 100 shares. That's off a $3,900 investment. Every single person, Claire, get me my leave. Every single person at this moment could be up again at least $700 with me. At least. I mean, guys, beautiful. Now, again, the other orders did not get filled, unfortunately. I did not get filled at 48.40, 48.99, 49.40. I did not get filled at those areas. But right now, we are going to be making probably another $1,000 on top of our day. Kyle, just joining now. It was sick meeting you on Thursday. The event was awesome. I had a great time. You're a bigger dude. Enrique feeds you well. Enrique! He does feed me well. He again keeps me nice and fed, especially for the winter coming on up. That was the number one thing. It's the number one thing everyone says to me. Every single time I have these events, people say one special thing to me. They say, Dek, I didn't realize how tall you were. I always thought you were so short. I don't know, again, what the camera projects right here, but apparently it makes me... maybe the camera takes 6 inches off of me. But I'm like... I don't know. How tall am I? 6'2", 6'3", 210 pounds. Absolutely beautiful smile. A beautiful beard. Great hazel eyes. I mean... guys, stop with the compliments. Stop it, please, please. I mean, yes, I know. I know. Handsome. I know. Young. I know. I know. Can dunk a basketball. Yes, guys. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Right now, we're going to see how much lower this thing can drop on down towards. Baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I love this job. I love waking up every single morning in my $4,000 Tempur-Pedic mattress, rolling on over with nothing but goose feather. Jumping in again my shower with over 36 different jets coming in every single different direction, cleaning my ins and outs. Putting a nice little steam towel right across my face, cleansing the pores. And then again, I go over to my closet. And I pick again a plethora of different black shirts out. Come over to this beautiful office, sit on down, and right now probably going to be making around $1,400, $1,500 on the day. Could be more. Probably going to be a lot more. SPRB. Shorting at 47.10. So right now here, team, making sure that we're all good. I'm up $800 on the day, and right now $910. So if I again lock out right when this opens, we're already going to be up about $1,400. Welcome to again Stocktober, everyone. This is what Stocktober is all about. Keeping the green train, keeping it alive, keeping the big time profits rolling on in for every single person. All right, we're opening up in 1 minute. Dek, could you add more shares and try to get even more money? I mean, we definitely could. What do you guys think? Should we not lock in profits, but instead add into our profits? See if again, this thing can keep on going even lower. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. No, I'm not going to do that. Right now, we got halted at what price? We got halted at 39. We got halted at 39.81. And it looks like we're going to gap down towards around 36. That would be insane. Right? We got halted at 39.81. And it looks like we're going to gap down to 36, which is going to be great. And if we gap on down to the 36s, I am just going to take profits. Now, do I think it's going to go lower? Do I think we're going to go down to 34s, 33s? Yes. But we could take profits at 36 and try to re-enter at like 39. So that would be like a great idea if we do get a gap on down. If we do get the gap on down to 36, look to re-enter up near around the 39s. And then we'll be all set. Now, this is only 100 shares. So right now, again, 10 seconds. Guys, be ready to rock and roll. Be ready. I don't know where we're going to open on up. All profits, good profit, as we always like to say. All profits, good profit. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Where are we at? All right, guys, we got another 5 minutes. The level 2. I didn't know if the level 2 was going to open or not. Looks like we got another 5 minutes, guys. Got another 5 minutes here. Dek, did you cancel your other short orders? I did. Right? I did cancel my other shorts. I didn't get filled at those on those top ones yet. Man, I'm pumped. I'm excited here. SPRB. Deck. Lock in 50 shares, let the other 50 run. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all, honestly. Let's see what else we got going on. SOPA, anything? No. ARBK. ARBK, a little bit of buying volume. ONMD. Again, ONMD was the one that selected Palantir. Not Palantir selecting ONMD, but ONMD selecting Palantir. We're going to keep this going here, traders. S&P 500. S&P 500 has been hitting new record highs. Traders, I got a message. I got, like, in my mail every quarter, I get, like, updates on how my portfolio is doing for retirement. This year has been insane. This year, I have nearly doubled my retirement. And that's just from what? Well, first things first, the S&P 500 is up, what? How much so far? Almost 15% on the year? How much is the S&P 500 up in 2025 so far? Year to date, 14.6%. Then on top of that, traders, that's what? That's at this price. We had right here. That's at 589. Where did we enter our entries? Our long-term, our retirement, we got in on Monday, April 7th at the bottom. We got in at 487 over on the S&P 500. So again, we're not up 15% on the year. We're up 30, 40%. And it's not just the S&P 500. Of course, we jumped in on Palantir. That's been one of our big-time investments. We jumped in on OKLO. That's been one of our big-time investments. We've jumped in on Meta. Meta, that's been a great investment. Meta's fallen right now, but it's been a great investment. We jumped in on Amazon. That's been a good investment. All since, again, that April time period. I mean, everything. We are up massive so far this year. One of the best years for long-term investments for ourselves. So right now, team, we got to see what we have. We got 1 minute here. One minute, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to rock. It's going to be a big one. It's going to be an awesome one. Opportunity across the board for every single trader here. Let's go back over to SPRB. Now, again, I do think SPRB is going to fall. Like, yes, I want to lock in profits. The other side of me says, hey, Deck, this thing's going to go at least back down to 33. So it's like, it's one of those plays that, like, I do think it's going to go lower. It's one of these plays that I do think it's going to, easily drop on down. But, we might get that random pop back up to 42. There might be that random little climb back on up. So I'm not opposed to just take profits and then basically look to add if we do get a little pop again. Here we go. 30 seconds here, traders. 30 seconds. I just got 100 shares all set. I got no pending orders either. We should be gapping on down towards the 36s. It should be about $1,000 profit, and we should be up on the day around $1,800 in the next 10 seconds. Let's see here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Live. Taking profits. $1,200 profit. $1,700 on the day, guys. $1,700 profit on the day. Congratulations to everyone making money. Getting halted on the downside one more time right here. And that is absolutely gorgeous for every single trader. SPRB, it's the only stock I touched here today. SPRB, hit it on the upside, hit it on the downside. Okay? Hit on both sides. Front and back, left and right. $1,200 gain, $500 gain. Absolutely beautiful way to kick off our Money Monday. Absolutely incredible way to kick off our Money Monday right here, team. Getting ourselves excited, getting ourselves going, being able to add some money in the account, and keeping this long winning streak. Actually, excuse me, I can't say that. On Wednesday, we took a loss. We won every single day 2 weeks ago, right? 2 weeks ago, we won all day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all green. Then again, last week, we won on Monday, we won on Tuesday. I lost, what was that, $180 on Wednesday. And then, of course, I was not here on Thursday and Friday. Now today, up $1,700. So, fantastic, guys. Great job. I just heard a voice alert come on out. Placement. Serves exclusive payment placement news. So, MWG might get a little bit of hype here. Let's see. MWG. No, MWG actually going on down right now. Not even worth it. Traders, little heads on up. As always, people always say, hey, Dek, how do you find the hot news? How do you find all the hot plays? Remember, I find everything every single morning off Fox Runner. That's how I get every single play. You guys can type in Foxy for 30% off. And you guys also do get a free 30-day pass. And you guys also have free access to it as well if you guys want the free platform. So if you guys haven't, make sure you guys go type in Foxy for the free 30-day pass over on Fox Runner. You guys will be all set, ready to go. Absolutely crushing it. I always like to take a couple minutes every single day, just drop links for you guys and kind of give you guys all my equipment so that you guys are all set, ready to be able to continue to keep pushing forward and keep making that money. So let me, again, bring this all up for you. SPRB, though, it should not be another 10-minute hold. This one should only be a 5-minute hold. All right, guys, here's all my links. Number 1. Here's the broker, Cobra. If you guys want the best broker in the world, make sure you guys go use Cobra. Absolutely fantastic. I have nothing but nice things to say over about Cobra trading. They, again, sponsored the Rooftop. They were so kind and so nice. If you guys are not using Cobra, make sure you guys go check them on out. Also, does anyone hear some great news? The great news is the PDT rule might be going down to $5,000. Cobra. There's, again, word on the street. They're also going to be dropping their minimum. The minimum right now is $25,000 for the PDT rule. Cobra, you need $25,000. But if the PDT rule gets dropped on down to $5,000, Cobra might be going on down pretty low as well. Make sure you guys are aware of that. Also, on top of that, all my charting data, everything you need right here, that is going to be over on Trade Ideas. So make sure you guys go check out Trade Ideas. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely incredible in every single way. My trading journal, AI trading journal, 14-day pass. If you guys use the word 14-day, you guys are all set, ready to go. And then on top of that, you guys can be able to join tradecaster.com every single day. Last but not least, make sure you guys are adding One Stop Prop, the best prop firm that I have come across. You guys can go ahead, check out these bad boys right here. Always fantastic. Always great working with them. So just always like to take a little bit of time, drop all the links that I use. That's everything I use, guys. If I'm prop firm trading, I'm using One Stop Prop. All my live trades go through Cobra Trading. All my charting is over on Trade Ideas. And how I find all the plays every single morning is over on Fox Runner. So, very simple, very easy. Those are honestly the only 3 things that you guys need. You guys really don't need anything else, right? As long as you guys have Cobra, as long as you guys have Trade Ideas, as long as you guys have Fox Runner, and if you guys are a prop firm trader and you guys want to use One Stop Prop, that's perfect. But let's see here, team. 30 seconds. Dek, you going to look for a dip buy or anything like that? I would look for a dip buy in the 28s. Low 28s, I would look for a dip buy. 100 shares. I would say, again, actually go lower. Go 27s. 2760s, buy. 2740, buy. 2710, buy. So I'd be looking low 27s for a dip buy. That's where I'd be looking here, guys. 10 seconds. There's a chance that we open on up at like 29 and possibly go right down to 27s. So I would definitely look for another dip buy opportunity somewhere in that 27s. That's kind of where I would look next. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're live. 31s. Guys, we're still dropping here. Still dropping. Next dip buy opportunities in the 27s, as I said. We might get halted again, though. 29.45. Right now, we have definitely been able to make as much money as we possibly can on this day. Been able to do, both sides of these plays, making as much money. The hold area on the downside right now is 29.45, so it's not like we would even get to the 27s unless that LUD moves on down. So hold area on the downside is 29.45. Hold area on the upside is 35.60. I hope, again, now that LULD is 29.15, let's keep getting pushed on down. If that thing could drop on down to like 27, that would be awesome. It could give us the dump. Give us that nice crash. LD 29.15 still. We want to see that thing lower. So we might not get filled for the next 5 to 10 minutes, guys. We might not get filled. We might see a little consolidation before that next leg, that next drop right back on down here. How's the AMD doing so far today? AMD trying to find a little bit of a bottom. SPRB deck. What if SPRB gets a little bounce back on up? SPRB, if it gets a bounce back on up, $36 strong resistance deck. Why $36? $36. Everyone take a look at it. Old upper shadow, 37. 36 upper shadow. 36 upper shadow. Right? Here's 36 upper shadow up to 38. But you can just see there's a lot of strong trouble right along that 36 mark. The 36 mark is just a lot of trouble, a lot of issues. So if this stock ever did start popping back up to the 36s, I would look for another short once again, because that's the roof, right? That's the old issue. That's the platform right here. That's what's holding us on back. So it's always nice to just be able to figure out where you have support, where you have resistance, and where you can be able to figure out where to make money. All right, now, team, waiting and watching over on these moves here. Let's see if we get another little crack. We still have that hold area at 29.15. Remember, if it starts spiking on up to 36, then we can look for more shorts. SPRB. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. Right now, obviously, we are staying smart, looking to see what we can do. An SPRB right here, traders. Kind of in like that reverse bull flag pattern, right? It's kind of like that inverse bull flag pattern at this time. VWAP is all the way back down to $25 as well. So VWAP all the way back down to 25. I think the next dip buy would be 27. Traders, this has been the main play of the day. I hope every single person is in the green right now. SOPA, not doing too much. ARBK slow and steady. $1 strong resistance. ONMD, not doing too much. LPTX, no. FEMY, no. OMEX, no. YYAOI, nothing. So this is the main play here over on SPRB. Deck, SPRB is too expensive for me. You know what I say to you? I say wake the heck up a little earlier, right? Oh, Deck. Again, I don't have as much money to trade SPRB at $32. Guys, this was a $9 stock this morning. Well, Deck, I was sleeping. I was dreaming. I was again enlightened as I was sitting and letting my mind make up little stories. How about you set your alarm, you wake the heck up? How about you get out of bed? How about you kick off your day? How about again you stop letting time pass you by? And again, sure, sleep is great. I sleep best when I have $1,700 in the bank. That's when I sleep well. I shiver at night when I'm not making money. Get the cold sweats. Get the meat sweats. Deck, is the VWAP going to be a good bounce play? VWAP's at 25.60. I just don't think if we do get that crack, we're going to go all the way down to 25.60. I think we're going to get a little bounce right above that. I think it's going to be more of a bounce at like 27 first. SPRB. Let's see if we get some new action here. Still looking for that crack, guys, as we stated. Let's just wait for that crack. Or if it pops back on up to 36, we can look to short it from 36, okay? So we got both sides. Both sides. Holt area right now is 28.85. So if we do crash, we're getting halted at 28.85. We want to see that move up a little bit. Trade, is there anything with big action that I'm missing right now? Argold saying, Deck, how do you stay emotionally neutral after a big loss or win? I mean, hey, when you have a big win, celebrate it. Like, the thing is, I know people say, like, be emotionless. And I understand that. Like, be emotionless in stock trading. But at the same time, you make a big win, celebrate. Take off your shirt, get some chocolate syrup, whatever you want to do. Right? Enjoy the wins. Same exact thing if you take a loss. If you take a loss, the thing is, I know, again, it might not be, like, what everyone wants. But, like, guys, when I take a loss, I like to be able to have that punishment feel because it sucks. I hate the feeling of losing. I hate the feeling of live streaming and having you guys watch and I'm losing and I'm trying to keep it. That's the worst feeling in the world. But at the same time, I remember that feeling. I use that feeling that says, okay, I made a mistake. I ended up losing. Let's do everything I can not to again lose so I don't have this feeling again. Right? That's good. It's good that you have feelings. It's good that you enjoy your wins. It makes you want more wins. It's good that you hate your losses. It's going to deter you from having any more losses. So the thing is, no one's going to be like, hey, I don't care I won. Hey, I don't care I lost. But yeah, that's more of a mindset to kind of have. If you have a loss, stick to it. Understand, again, it sucks. Do your best not to go through that feeling. If you have a win, enjoy it. And now chase that feeling. Chase that high. Chase that, again, nostalgic feeling that you have. Deck, how do you know the halted amount on each stock? You have to look at your level 2. Your level 2, again, shows it right here. So it says LD. LD stands for limit down. LU, limit up, 29.14. Guys, little pop coming on up here. Again, we might get some little shorts once again. Get those little short pops right back on up towards, again, like, the mid 36s. That's going to be nice for us, I think. Let's see if we get a little pop back up to the 36s. Maybe get 100, 200, 300 shares and, maybe add a little bit on our shorts. So SPRB, again, we just had a little bit of a reversal on up. Definitely could get up towards around 36 to 37. Short this play, right back on down. And then be able to add maybe another $200 and right now we're at $1,700 in profit, but if we could be able to push this over $2,000, I mean that would be absolutely awesome, right? I think everyone would enjoy again being able to make again $2,000 on the day. Cancer press release just came on out. Heard a voice alert. BDSX talks about, okay, so this is saying it has an upcoming meeting, like an upcoming conference talking about lung cancer. All right, not going to be doing too much, but good to just be aware of it. Good to just be aware of that right there. We'll see if we can get this little pop. If SPRB starts kind of being a little bit slower, guys, then, I'm happy with just ending my morning, my Money Monday with $1,700 in gains. That's more than enough for me. But, if we can be able to get one or two more little trades, I'll definitely go after it and look to attack. YYAI is going to have some strong resistance coming on up, 50-day moving average. You know what I do want to look to add? So when I was on the New York Stock Exchange, what they were all using? They were using a lot of Bollinger Bands. I kind of want to check those on out. Bollinger Bands. Let's add some Bollinger Bands. Guys, SPRB, little bit of a pop on up. Now, these Bollinger Bands are not really helping us at this moment. But, let's just leave them on here for a second. Guys, SPRB, I am in on this play. On another trade, SPRB, I'm in at 36.29. 36.29, 200 shares. I want to see if this stock is going to be able to reverse right here as it comes up to that red line. So red line, let's see if it hits that, and comes back on down. I'm happy with just making another, $200. We get a dollar drop back down to 35. I'll take again some profits. So right now I'm in at 36.29. Little heads on up. 200 shares on the short side, currently down or up 17 bucks. Down 17 bucks. See it all right there. So again, let's just see what we can do with this play. See if we do get a little reversal at this red line. And at this red line, if we can drop back down to 35, 34, make another 200. Guys, there's another $200. Hold on. We're up 140. It could be more than 200 in a second. Ah, we were close. Very close there for a second. I wouldn't have been able to make that profit anyway with the spread. We have to wait until basically SPRB cracks back underneath, 35 on the ask. We're up 129. Getting there. I like the bids underneath 34. The bids underneath 35 is great because that's bringing it down. We got to stay underneath that 35. Right now we're up $193. Great. Let's see if the ask can keep on falling. We got to see the bids back underneath 35. 35 is the buyers. There's a little wall right here. 34.90. There we go. Keep on cracking. Let's go like 34.50. Try to keep the bids, the buyers looking weak. 35.20. Let's go underneath 35. Underneath 35 is good. Ah, look at it. A little pop back on up. Got a big spread right now, traders. Big spread at this moment. 35.70. Buyers are trying to move back in a little bit more. Right now, I'm only up $37 at this moment. Just little heads on up. 36. Oh, see, again, buyers are trying to move back on in and try to push this thing up if it can. We might get a little bit of a push back up towards this red line. You guys see this red line right here? This red line is sitting right around $37, as we know. If it comes on up to $36.99, I will look to get filled one final entry here. And then see if, we can touch and reverse. That's what we want. We want to basically touch on up and then reverse. All right, guys, I'm in. I'm in right here. Let's see if we can touch this area, reverse back on down. I have, again, 36.50 is my new entry. 300 shares total, and I am looking for a short here. Deck, what are you looking for? Red line reversal, red line reversal, red line reversal, red line reversal. Looking for a red line and the next 2 to 3 candles to be a reversal back on down to 35 or lower. I'm in right now with 300 shares at the price of $36.52. Right now I'm down 300 bucks. I will not allow myself to lose more than 500, okay? That's basically my stop loss. It's kind of like a number stop loss. I won't allow myself to lose more than 500 bucks. I want to make sure I'm walking away with at least $1,200 today. Make sense? Right now, watching to see if we can fall underneath 36.52, get myself back into the green, basically looking for the red line reversal. That's all I'm looking for. Red line reversal. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. I'm not trying to be the smartest guy in the room. All I'm looking for is, again, I'm looking at pictures. I'm saying this is where resistance is at. This is a great chance that we have 2 or 3 red candles form at this area. We just bounced from $30 back up to 37. 37 strong resistance. We have a short entry at 36.50. Looking for this one to fall back down to 35, 34, 33 and be able to add another $300-$400 on the day. Right now we're down 40 bucks. $35 crack. Up 70. Back in the green. Up 155. 180. Looking for that red candle to move in now. Looking for that red candle to move in. Let's get ourselves up $200, $300 on this day. We have, again, an entry, 300 shares at $36.52. Once the ask falls on down, here we go, guys. We should get this good now. 34. Look at this, baby. Now we're up 700. Guys, we're up another $700 on the day. Now we're starting to dump on down. Up $700, $800 on the day. Another $1,000. Oh, baby. Another $1,000. We're up right now. Let's just take our profits. Let's go. $2,211 plus $500. $2,700 on the day, guys. I'm done. I'm done on the day. Just made $2,700 on the day. I am done. Another perfect short entry. We shorted at 47.10 today. The high was 47.30. I shorted at 36.50. The high right here was $37. We are now up $2,700 on the day. What's good? What's up? Let's fucking go. Let's make shorting great again, people. Let's get after it here, team. Congratulations, everyone making that money. No pending orders. We are all set. Here's all my live trades. Let me bring them up for you guys so that you guys have them. Pop this on out. You guys are all set. Here is, if you guys want to take a screenshot, here's all my live trades. Here's all my live orders. So we are all good here. What a day. What a day here. What a day. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely dominant. That's what we want. Domination. Let's go here, people. Woo! But team, I'm going to be 100% done now. I'm 100% done. I'm happy with $2,700. I don't need to put myself in any other trades. I don't need to put myself in any other trades. I'm good with a $2,700 profit on the day. That's exactly how I want to kick off my Money Monday. That's exactly how I want to do business. That's exactly how I want to do business. Congratulations, team. Any questions, comments, concerns? All good on our Monday. If you traded with me at $47, you're banking. If you traded with me at, again, $37, you're banking. Deck, you're going to re-add if it comes back up to 36. I'm good with 2,700. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. I'm more than happy with those profits. I'm more than happy with those gains. Crushing it here, traders. Feeling good. Feeling so flexible today. That's the thing. I just feel so flexible. Feel like a gymnast. Feel like Simone Biles. Ready to go. All right here, team. Hey, traders, as I said, thank you so much for this absolutely incredible morning. Also, on top of that, thank you so much for everyone who came on out to the rooftop party. As we know, the rooftop party was just absolutely fantastic and absolutely great in every single way. And I hope you guys had a blast for everyone who came on up. For everyone, of course, that was able to not make it, or don't worry, we will be having more coming on up. Here's, again, the full album of the rooftop. So let me actually scroll on down to this. So, again, these are some amazing pictures from the rooftop from everyone that was out here. A couple people from Cobra. This guy. Sometimes you get those intense conversations. I like it. I was able to meet a lot of people. We were able to pack out that rooftop, but hey, I think we got to set up another. We might got to set up another rooftop party here. Katy Perry there. Chad, the CEO of Cobra Trading. Look at this happy couple. People come to, again, our live events to find love. Shout out to Kyle. Just chugging drinks. Got Wolf. Wolf Financial right there. Gator Trader. Riggs. Steve. Two unbelievably handsome men. Very good time. Green Day's deck. Did you get insider information on Friday? Because right now you are on absolute fire. I mean, I guess you're right. I guess you are right. I guess I am on fire right now. I mean, I get it. I do. I. Let's go, baby. Reese deck, you got to do one over in ATL. Hey, maybe. Do we have a lot of traders from ATL here? Maybe the next one in Miami. Maybe a Miami one. Argo, what's a mistake you made early on that you still think about today? A mistake that I made early on that I still think about today. One time I grabbed a fork and shoved it into a power socket. I still have a little scar. Little scar right on the hand as, again, I had over 1,500 volts flowing through the body. You know what? The doctor said I should be dead. But it only gave me a little tingle. 1,500 volts from fingertips to fingertips, going up and down my shoulders all the way to the other hand. Ever since that day, I've been getting visions. Visions on stock picks and visions of Wall Street. Visions on how I can be able to. Some people say it was a mistake to shove a fork into a power socket. I say it was exactly where I was supposed to be. Right now. SPRB trying to move itself on up. Ah! Stay hungry. Stay motivated. Traders, all right, I'm done. I'm out of here right now. I'm going to give it a break. I'll probably jump back on the mic over on tradecaster.com and do some more trades if I see something looking absolutely fantastic. But other than that, though, right now, it's 10.25 in the market, and I think I'm just good with my gains here. Hey, thank you so much for every single person who has enjoyed this day. Thank you for every single person that has been here for us. You guys are absolutely fantastic, absolutely amazing. Help me wrap it on up. More money, more profits coming for everyone. But let's see what SPRB has in the future here. Stay smart, stay alert, stay ready. And thank you so much for everyone who's joined us on this Money Monday. Help me wrap it up here, traders. You guys know the drill in 3, 2, 1. I love you. Sign up to tradecaster.com. Get trade ideas. Get Cobra. Get Fox Runner. Get One Stop Prop. Get the AI Trading Journal. You guys will be all set, ready to go. I love you. I'll see you guys then. Did you make money today? Did you make a profit today? Did you come out on top today? I'm the Batman. I got this question the other day. Why are you successful? $1,000 profit today.
First niggas gotta find me.
$700.
50 grand to a motherfucker like me. Can you please remind me? Ball so hard, this shit crazy. Y'all know that don't shit phase. And as we go,
Lock it on up.
too when I look at you like this shit crazy. Ball so hard, this shit weird. We ain't even pro be here.
1,400.
It's only right that we be fair.
Who's ready for $1 million a year?
Take your pick. Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, Game 6.